Well, good morning. We are officially in the U.S. I'm about maybe an hour most outside of no, I'm not that far from Seattle, but the spot that I'm going to, maybe an hour. I'm tired. I stopped to grab a coffee. I have to remember now my debit card doesn't work, and I bought some U.S. money to have for these occasions. I don't want to be paying credit card fees on a coffee. Anyways, going to go look for my first troll. Took the ferry over yesterday, boondocked at Walmart in Tsawwassen. Nice and quiet compared to the night before in Costco in Nanaimo. So I'm happy about that. And anyways, we'll get on the road and get going. Let's get this day started. Welcome back. Well, I'm starting my video editing on the Washington-Oregon coast trip that I just recently took. While I was going down into Washington, I knew I was going to go look for these trolls. And there's 5 of them in the Seattle area, and there's 1 in Portland. The artist is Thomas Dambo, and he is a recycle artist, and he's also an activist. And his message is to save the world from its trash. So he's built these 30-foot structures, all out of recycled material. And I believe he uses volunteers to help him. So the first troll took me to downtown. And it was at the National Nordic Museum, I believe, is where the location of the troll is. And I was stunned. I got there and there was no other tourists around. I was the only one. Fortunate, someone came along and asked if I wanted my picture taken with the troll, which of course I said yes. And then just as I was getting ready to leave, another couple came along. So that was a great kickoff to my troll hunting. So come along, let's take a look at Frankie Feet Splinters. This is just amazing. Like even the detail. So look at the crushed box because they stepped on the box. Troll number 2 was located on Bainbridge Island. So I hopped on a ferry, went over. It's not an easy place to find parking, so you may have to drive around till you can find a spot because you're not allowed to park near the school.
And I like the one with the birdhouse necklace. Vachon has birdhouse. You have to add. I think it's Issaquah maybe has.
This next troll is located in the city of Issaquah. It's also going to be my first camping spot where I will stop for the night tonight. So let's go find Jacob Two Trees.
Did they put the red?
Yeah, getting out and seeing the real stuff is way better.
Yes. I don't think they put the...
These are amazing, though. I just like.
They really are. So you've seen the one in. That's a beautiful dog.
Oh, thank you.
You're a beauty. We have English.
Okay, so Jacob Two Trees is interesting because when I arrived, there was a family there helping great grandma up to where the trees are because there's roots and whatnot to walk around so she could stand in front of the troll. And then they started bouncing back and forth to take pictures with great grandma. And finally I said, would you like me to take your pictures? So next thing I knew, I've got 3 cameras in my hand. But it ended up being great grandma, daughter, and twin sons. 4 generations. The moment I offered to take the pictures, great grandma was thrilled because she's been wanting to get these 4 generation pictures. So we chatted afterwards, after the pictures were done, and they also took pictures for me as well. And great grandma's from Wyoming. And when I told her where I was from, and she goes, "And you're traveling alone?" I said, "Yes." And she thought that was great. But she then told me about her trip to Calgary. So we were chatting a little bit back and forth. It's just so nice to talk to people that have had that history and been around. And she's just still out there. She's 93 years old. She is still out there traveling. I want to be that 93-year-old. It's now the next day, and after a hectic drive back into Seattle from the city of Issaquah, we are going to make our way to Lincoln Park, where we are going to find troll number 4, Vachon Island. Another ferry ride, this time to Vachon Island, where we're going to go and find Oscar the Bird King. The area that Oscar points to. Have a seat. Okay, Just seeing Oscar the Bird King troll. He's by far my favorite. Just the detail, his chair, everything. And back to the mainland we go. It'll be 3 weeks before we get that final troll. And the best part of a beautiful day it was today is Mount Rainier made its appearance for this photo shot. But let's go find Ole Bole.